one who in his heart loves any and everything that God wills is said to be Jivan Mukt, as the one who is liberated while yet alive. As is joy, so is sorrow to him. He is in eternal bliss and is not separated from God. As is gold, so is dust to him. As is ambrosial nectar, so is bitter poison to him. As is honor, so is dishonor. As is the beggar, so is the king. Whatever God ordains, that is his will. O Nanak, that being is known as Jivan Mukt. All places belongs to the Supreme Lord God, according to the homes in which they are placed, so are his creature named. He himself is the doer and makes others do the acts. Whatever pleases God ultimately comes to pass. He himself is all pervading in innumerable waves. The place of the Supreme Lord God cannot be deciphered. As is the understanding, so is the enlightenment bestowed. The exalted Lord God, the Creator, is eternal and everlasting. Forever, forever and ever, He is merciful. Remembering Him, O Nanak, by remembering Him in meditation, one is blessed with ecstasy. Slok, innumerable, beyond and limits are the beings who loved the Lord. Nanak says, the creation created by the Lord is in many forms and of many kinds. Ashtapati. Many millions are his devotees. Many millions perform religious rituals and worldly duties. Many millions become dwellers at sacred shrines of pilgrimage. Many millions wander as forsakers in the wilderness. Many millions listen to the Veds. Many millions become austere penitents. Many millions enshrine meditation within their souls. Many millions of the poets contemplate him through poetry. Many millions meditate on his eternal name. O Nanak, none can find the limits of the Creator. Many millions have fallen into pride. Many millions are blinded and ignorant. Many millions are stone-hearted misers. Many millions are of unfeeling and insensitive mind. Many millions steal others' wealth. Many millions are slender of others. Many millions are engaged in pursuit of wealth. Many millions wander in foreign lands. O Lord, to whatever you attach the mortal, thereto they get attached. O Nanak, the Creator alone knows the workings of his creation. Many millions are Siddhs, the seers, celibates and yogis. Many millions are kings enjoying worldly pleasures. Many millions of birds and serpents have been created. Many millions of stones and trees have been produced. Many millions of winds, water, fires there exist. Many millions are the countries and realm of the world. Many millions are the moons, suns and stars. Many millions are the demigods, demons and Indras, wearing crowns under their regal canopies. He has strung the entire creation upon his thread. O Nanak, he liberates those with whom he is pleased. Many millions abide in heat, slothful darkness and peaceful light. Many millions reflect on the Veds, Purans, Simritis and Shastras. Many millions are the pearls of the oceans. Many millions are the beings of so many descriptions. Many millions are given long lives. Many millions of hills and mountains have been made of gold. Many millions are Yaksh, the servant of the god of wealth, the Kinnars, the god of celestial music, and evil spirit of the Pisach. Many millions are the evil nature, spirits, ghosts, pigs and tigers. The one Lord is near to all and yet far from all. O Nanak, he himself remains distinct and unapproachable while yet pervading all. Many millions inhabit the nether regions. Many millions dwell in heaven and hell. Many millions are born, live and die. Many millions are reincarnated over and over again in many existences. Many millions eat while sitting idle. Many millions are exhausted by their labors. Many millions are created wealthy. Many millions are anxiously involved in Maya. Wherever he wills, there he keeps the mortals. O Nanak, everything is in hands of the Lord. Many millions become Bairagis who renounce the world. They have attached themselves to the Lord's name and borne love to him. Many millions searching for the Lord find the Supreme One within their mind. Many millions are thirsting for the sight of the Lord's darshan. To them the imperishable Lord meets. Many millions are seekers of holy company. They are imbued with the love of the transcendent Lord. Those with whom He Himself is pleased, O Nanak, are blessed, forever blessed. Many millions are the fields of creation and galaxies. Many millions are the surreal skies and solar system. Many millions are the divine incarnation. In so many ways He has unfolded Himself. Millions of times He has expanded His expansion. Forever and ever, the unique Lord remains the one universal creator. Many millions are created in various forms. From God they emanate, and into God they merge again. His limits are limitless, unknown to anyone. Of Himself and by Himself, O Nanak, God exists. Many millions are the devotees of the Supreme Lord, and their souls are enlightened. Many millions have realized the essence of reality, and with their eyes they behold the one Lord. Many millions drink the nectar of the God's name. They become immortal and live forever and ever. Many millions sing the glorious praises of the name. They are spontaneously absorbed in divine delight. His servants He remember with each and every breath. O Nanak, they are the beloved of Supreme Lord. Salok. God alone is the doer of deeds. There exists no other. O Nanak, I am sacrifice unto the one who pervades the water, land, sky, and all spaces. Ashtapati. He, the doer and prompter of deeds, is capable to cause all things to happen. That which pleases Him comes to pass. In an instant, He creates and destroys. He has no ends or limits. By His will, He established the earth, and He maintains it unsupported. By His will, the world was created. By His will, it shall merge again into Him. By His will are the occupations high or low. By His will, there are so many colors and forms. Having created the creation, He beholds His own greatness. O Nanak, He is pervading in all. If it pleases the Lord, one attains salvation. If it pleases the Lord, then even stones can swim. If it pleases the Lord, the body is preserved, even without the breath of the life. If it pleases the Lord, then one chants the Lord's glorious praises. If it pleases the Lord, then even sinners are saved. He Himself acts and He Himself reflects. He Himself is the master of both worlds. He plays and He enjoys. He is the inner knower, the searcher of hearts. As is His will, so He causes acts to be done. Nanak sees no other than Him. Say, what can be accomplished by a mere mortal? Whatever pleases Him, He makes the mortal act in that way. If it were in our hands, we would grab everything. Whatever pleases Him, that alone He does. In ignorance, man is absorbed in the poison of evil. If he had realization, he would save himself. Lost in illusion, his mind wanders in 10 directions, and in a moment it returns after going around the 4 corners. He, whom the Lord mercifully blesses with His devotional worship, O Nanak, he alone is absorbed in His name. In an instant, He can transform a lowly worm into a king. The Supreme Lord is the protector of the humble. He, who is totally unknown, the Lord can in one stroke at once render him famous in the 10 directions. He, on whom He showers His grace, the Lord of the world, does not hold him for the account of his deeds. The self and body are all His possessions. In every heart the perfect Lord illumines. His own handicraft He has fashioned Himself. Nanak lives by beholding His greatness. The mortal has no power in his hands. The cause of the causes is the Lord of all creation. This helpless mortal is to obey the Lord's command. Whatever pleases Him, that ultimately happens. Man sometimes abides in exaltation, and sometimes he is in low spirits. Sometimes he falls in sorrow and then laughs in delight and joy. Sometimes slander and worry are his occupations. Sometimes he is up in heaven and sometimes down in the underworld. Sometimes he is enlightened by divine realization. O Nanak, the Lord is one who unites man with Himself. Sometimes man dances in various ways. Sometimes he remains asleep day and night. Sometimes he is terrible in his mighty anger. Sometimes he is dust of all men's feet. Sometimes he sits as the great king. Sometimes he wears the attire of lowly beggar. Sometimes he falls into bad repute. Sometimes he is called a very good. As the Lord keeps him, so does he remain. By the grace of the Guru, O Nanak, the truth is told. Sometime as a scholar, man delivers lectures. Sometime as a mute ascetic, he reflects. Sometime he takes a bath at the banks of the holy rivers. Sometime as a Siddh, he is adept and striver, imparting spiritual wisdom. Sometime man becomes an insect, an elephant, or moth, and continuously wander in countless existences.